Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all. We are from Group 13. We present about Task 1. This is the content of this task. First one is quality awareness in warehouse among management level and co-workers. Perception and attitudes in performing their job affect greatly within the industry. This is due to the high involvement of warehouse general workers and truck drivers in organizing the activities. A successful implementation of organization change depends on the response of employee, largely arises from the positive perception that reflects on good work performance. Besides that, is training and education. Proper training can go a long way in making sure that the warehouse is working as it should. Managing a warehouse efficiently requires a great deal of effort and time. Competent employees are the key to maintain proper warehouse operation. At the end of the day, warehouse productivity leads to reduced cost and competitive advantage. Next is leadership. Leadership is important, therefore that standardization must be created for each warehouse process, and then the management must ensure that it is followed. If the management and staff agree on how a warehouse process should be carried out because it is optimal for quality and efficiency, then there will be standardized working method and all the workers must follow this. It is management's responsibility to follow up on this. The importance of quality to customer. There are three importance of quality to customer, which is customer perception, customer complaint, and monitoring customer services quality. The most important measurement of warehouse quality are the perception of the customers who work with the warehouse and the consignees who receive deliveries from the warehouse. For example, a shipping or receiving error might be caused by badly marked package. Quality improvement then must involve the supplier that shipped the product to the warehouse. Customer complaints are usually caused by errors, and one company has placed error reduction at the heart of its quality program. As errors are identified, the ratio between mistake and error-free activity is noted, as well as the probable cause of the error. By establishing a record of service that is apparently normal, can develop a basis of comparison when actual events such as abnormal variation in quality. It is equally important to establish a service record with senior management so that problems will remain in perspective when customer complaints are received.
My name is Lim Jain, metric number 263406. Today I'm going to present about the importance of continuous improvement in warehouse operation and the steps in implementing warehouse management. As a successful logistics company, the company will have to always strive for the continuous improvement in warehouse operation when the business was expanded from time to time. Firstly, the productivity of the daily warehousing operations might be increased. The company will be able to utilize the working processes by finishing more tasks in shorter time after the company has made continuous improvement. Furthermore, continuous improvement in warehousing operation can help the company to control costs. This statement is true as continuous improvement can also be called as a way to find opportunities from streamlining work and avoid waste. From this, the company can easily increase the productivity that all of the workers can work better, work smarter, and work quicker. Nevertheless, the company can offer more competitive products and services from continuous improvement of the warehousing operations. The enhancement of warehousing operations normally includes the improved product quality, cost saving, and production capacity. Next, warehouse quality management provides written and control guidelines, policies, and procedures in the company. Hence, it is very important for a company to equip warehouse quality management system. There are 4 steps for implementing the system, which are design, deployment, control and measure, and review and improve stage. In design stage, the company shall decide the method that suits the company the most, find stakeholders to sponsor the fees for implementing the system, plan the timelines, and gather the required documents. The person in charge shall prepare all the general templates to the system that the company is going to use for this process. In the deployment stage, the staff of the company are entitled to cloud access, which means browsing the company data online regardless of the place. Hence, the company is required to educate all the staffs and offer training programs about the ways of utilizing the system. In controlling and measure stage, the person in charge should map the quality management system documents and structure according to the current company's hierarchy using the document maps and organizational chart. The process of measuring is very important because the company is able to determine the efficiency and effectiveness of every warehousing process towards the company's objectives. Lastly, in review and improve stage, the manager shall review the system and share the findings to the staffs. This is crucial because the area that have met the company's standard and those areas that are not perfect enough can be directly pointed out to the respective department and make corrections afterwards. During the meeting, all the staffs can give suggestions to improve the existing problem. Through all the trial and errors, the warehouse management system can only be perfectly fit to the company. That's all from me now. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Randy Kevin. My metric number 261954. Okay, I would like to present about definition and implementation of lean management in warehouse. So what is mean and definition for lean management is something develop or prioritize warehouse operation process by minimizing the use of human resource, equipment resource, and also cost research. This is definition cannot give negative impact for proactive in the productivity the warehouse, but we give the benefit more benefit for warehouse when we get to implementation of lean management. So let's see what is a benefit for lean management on warehouse. Okay, first is ensure optimal use of storage space. In the warehouse, we want to limited space. So if I use the lean management, we make it easy to put any items because we want to save space for another items. And then second, minimize contact point and movement inventory and the team members when product move through your warehouse. This is very important because the workers or member teams at warehouse too easy to put and then transfer sometime items from out or in the item at warehouse because the route are very long space to make it move. And then second, reduce congestion, the cost downtime at certain operating stage. This is because in the business, the customer is a very priority. So we make it move too fast for services and then transfer item, orders, anything. So when you use lean management, we make it easy to take order, transfer items for customer. And then I can explain and present to second part about the Internet Things and connection to warehouse operation. Internet of Things or IoT is a very important for our biggest company in the world. Like example, DHL, Amazon. This company, we already use the Internet of Things at warehouse because to make it easy and give the positive impact for our business. For example, what is the benefit for use the Internet of Things at warehouse operation? Okay, the first is blockchain internet tracking. Blockchain internet tracking too, it means to make it easy for some workers to detect where from the items, and then we easy to take maybe some items group or expired in the warehouse because we have a record from the item tracking. And then a second, warehouse management system. Warehouse management system may give a good system in the management because we have organizing from step by step in the warehouse. And then lastly is data analytics. Data analytics is very important for our business because we want to know about the comment, about the impact this item, some item in my business for our customer. We want to know what is the comment for our customer. So data analytics to know what is items very famous and what item is rejected at the market. So anything data analytics we know to make it improve at the warehouse operation. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nazira Salahuddin, metric number 264000. I will continue the presentation next with the risk management in warehouse operation. According to the Health and Safety Executive of the United Kingdom, there are 5 steps that need to be taken in order to conduct a proper risk assessment for a warehouse operation. The first one is to identify all the potential risks and hazards by walking around the warehouse, both internally and externally, to identify anything that could pose harm to the people and the warehouse itself. Secondly, the warehouse operators need to decide who could be affected by those risks and in what way would they be affected. The third step is to evaluate all those risks and then design suitable precautions that could be taken that are reasonably practicable for the warehouse operators and all the employees to follow. Moving on to the fourth step, the warehouse operator need to implement all those precautions and also record and communicate all the precautions to the employees to ensure that they will follow the same precautions that have been set by the warehouse management. Last but not least, the warehouse management team must evaluate the risk assessment consistently so that they can update any relevant changes or information in the plan. The warehouse operators can just use systems such as warehouse management system to ensure that the activities in the warehouse go on smoothly and all of them are not exposed to potential risks that could halt the operation. This part, I will be discussing about one of the current issue in warehouse management nowadays. How the coronavirus pandemic or COVID-19 has affected the supply chain globally and caused severe disruption of supply. The disrupted supply situation escalated because more nations are closing their borders in order to curb down the total infection and death tolls caused by COVID-19. It had impacted the import and export activities of many countries because the transports that are carrying the goods could not leave their home country or enter the destination country. As a result, the additional supply that are requested and needed for the production could not be delivered in time. However, even in the cases where the supply is successfully delivered, the manufacturing and warehousing sectors were still forced to shut down or work at reduced capacities because it has caused lack of manpower to both manage the manufacturing process and to manage the distribution process to deliver the goods to final consumers. To conclude, the supply disruption situation actually highlighted the unpreparedness of the supply chain industry nowadays to face an unexpected situation such as a pandemic. It underlines the over-dependency of many companies that rely on imports to get the supply from countries that are producing it at cheaper cost. So when the supply chain industry is disrupted for any reason, these companies could not get their supply in time, and so they have to bear huge costs to get the replacement from other places as fast as possible, or they would have to bear other losses in terms of losses of sales. That marks the end of my parts, and I will end the presentation on behalf of our group here. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.